What's up YouTube, Capital G here. What you guys are looking at is the first place deck list from the Japanese Nationals that happened over the weekend. I believe it was Saturday to be exact. And I know a lot of you guys are like, gee, what the fuck are you talking about? Japanese Nationals happened like a week ago in front of the one. Okay, so Japan's kind of weird how they do Nationals. They have an Eastern and a Western Nationals. The Western Nationals just happened. It happened in Osaka. And it's kind of like how, remember how, way back when we used to have like Canadian Nationals and like USA Nationals, and now they combine those into North American Nationals, and we get more players who get to go to Worlds and represent us as, North America and whatnot. I guess Japan basically is doing the same thing. Like the top two players from East Nationals and the top two players from West Nationals both get to go to Worlds. And this is a crazy hero build. I just wanted to show you guys it. We're going to go over it in detail. And the first thing that definitely popped out at me was this little motherfucker right here. I remember somebody posted a comment in one of my videos, and they were like, dude, Diamond Dude is going to be so fucking real in Heroes. So let's go over the deck list. Alright, so we got 1 Stratos, 3 Shadow Mist, 3 Diamond Dude, we got Bubble Man, Armageddon Knight, and then Shaddoll Dragon. We've got double Dark Arm Dragon, 3 Mass Change, 3 D-Draw, that makes me happy to see. We've got 2 Hero Libs, we have 2 Night Beam, 2 Soul Charge, or 2 Broke Charge as I like to think of it. Monster, Born Foolish, Burial, Lure of Darkness, Rhoda, Heavy Storm, and then the trap lineup is fucking bonkers, son. We've got 3 Called Haunted, I already knew that was going to be in there. 3 Vanity's Emptiness. This card's going to become $20. Watch it. 3 Evac Device, only in the OCG. 2 TTs, and then Torrential Tribute. Okay, so the hero lineup, like pretty much Strato, Shadow Mist, Armageddon Knight, Bubble Man, those are all pretty standard. What I liked is the fact that this dude ran Diamond Dude. And when you look at Diamond Dude, it's like, okay, not only is it another target for Stratos, I think that you can search it. Yep, you can search it with Shadow Mist as well, but then it's like it kind of makes sense because not only does it keep your dark count up so that you can run something like Dark Arm Dragon, because Shadow Mist adding darts to the deck and Mass Law when it dies, being a dark card, it means you can actually drop Dark Arm. But I like Diamond Dude in here because not only does it give you the speed of being able to run Destiny Draw, but you run so many normal spells in this deck as it is. Like, you're going to run a Hero Lives, you're going to run Rhoda, you're going to run Allure and Foolish and Monster Born, Heavy Storm. So it's like, why not give yourself another opportunity or why not give yourself the opportunity to hit these cards for free? You know what I mean? Soul Charge is a card you're probably going to run. And, you running Diamond Dude, it means that, okay, you can just take out the MSTs, you can swap those out for Night Beams, and then you could potentially hit a Night Beam for Diamond Dude and just go plus. You know what I mean? The second thing I noticed was this dude's trap lineup. Okay, so Call of the Haunted, I expected to be, at least 2, 3, somewhere around that. Not only because it's going to trigger Shadow Mist's effect, but if your Dark Law dies, like, he's such a fucking bitch to get around. Chances are if you Call of the Haunted it back, your opponent's just like, well, fuck, I can't win now. You know what I mean? But then it's like, that's just more ways for you to potentially use Diamond Dude to hit broke shit like Destiny Draw or Allure of Darkness or Rhoda and stuff like that. I absolutely love the Vanity's Emptiness in this deck because, alright, this deck has lots of beaters. Or, I mean, you've got some really good setups that you can do. Like, okay, I'm not even talking about like the basic shit like Stratos or Shaddoll Dragon where you have an 18 or a 1900 beater, but I'm talking about like if you get Dark Arm Dragon and then you have like you flip Vanity's Emptiness when your opponent like tries to do something, they're fucked because chances are you're gonna have at least 1 or 2 cards in your graveyard. So if they set anything, it's like pop, pop, pop. Or even better, Vanity's Emptiness plus Dark Law, like, dude, that's ridiculous, especially against like Shadows or stuff like that. It's like, oh, you thought you were gonna super poly? Nope. Okay, well, I flipped up this Vanity's Emptiness, so have fun with that. You know what I mean? Vanity's Emptiness with Sided Ryo is like another combination that's absolutely nuts too. I think that this deck has huge potential. Shaddoll Dragon, this is actually really legit. Not only does it just give him a flat out beat stick, but again, it's a card that can manipulate your darks. It gives you another good card for Armageddon Knight. Like, I like it as a one of in this deck because with Armageddon Knight, most of the time you're going to be dropping Shadow Mist, but it's like, it turns Armageddon Knight into a situational MST. You know what I mean? By dumping Shaddoll Dragon in the graveyard, and then it just adds up your darks for Darkon Dragon. Now, the only thing that I saw in this deck that I was like, I don't know about that, is the fact that he's running 2 Soul Charges and 2 Hero Lives. I guess you could look at it as, what's the possibility of him hitting both of them? And again, you know, Diamond Dude can also, you know, like hit a Hero Lives, and then you don't have to, you know, pay your life points, and then you just get another monster. So I don't know about that. That was the one little conflict of interest. And then I saw Dimensional Prison, and I was like, I'm not crazy about the 1-of Deep Prison. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like maybe I would have ran, you know, like something else in the main deck. Anyways, let's go to the side deck quickly. We've got 3 Ryo, 3 MSTs, Dark Hole, 3 Royal Command, 2 Needle Ceiling, 2 Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute. Thank God he ran Mirror Force. I'm probably going to have to make a video about this. I feel like Mirror Force is way better than what people are giving it credit for. Royal Command. Somebody, I didn't know about this card, and then somebody was like, yo, Shaddolls all count as flip monsters. And I was like, really? So does that mean that they all have, like, they're all considered flips? And he was like, yeah, it's like if you cross one out, then you cross out, you know, all the copies or whatever. So Royal Command essentially turns off all the Shaddolls. You know, they can't activate any of their effects, their flip effects on the field. And since, you know, Dragon and Beast, they all have those flip effects. I mean, it seems pretty good. Obviously, this was for the Shaddoll matchup. And I actually hope that we start playing Royal Command because, dude, those LON fucking ultra rares are too sexy. He also cited in a bunch of other copies of cards like Dark Hole, MST, Torrential Tribute, just extra cards that are just good in pretty much any situation. Needle Ceiling, to me, seems like it's, you know, just a good copy or just a good card to, you know, combat against like Soul Charge and shit like that. 3 Ryo obviously just makes this deck really, really good because, you know, if you're going first, you can side in the Ryos, take out the Darkon Dragons, and then it's like way too much lockdown. Like Ryo plus Vanity's Emptiness, like that's just too fucking good. Maybe you throw a Dark Law in there and your opponent just like shits bricks. Alright, for the last bit of the deck, we've got the extra deck. 3 copies of Dark Law. I told you guys like a month ago that this card was single-handedly going to make this deck tier 1. Okay, I've been validated. 1 Acid, 1 Koga, and then we've got a whole bunch of Xyz. We've got Dweller, Lavalval Chain, Diamond Direwolf. We've got Avian Skyblaster. I believe he comes out in the Duelist Advent. We've got Giant Hand, 101, a Luminescent Knight, Crazy Box, Excalibur, and then unfortunately we're in the TCG, so we don't have access to Shockmaster, but they do. And in this deck where you can, you know, a Hero Lives, Call It a Haunted, if you get Shockmaster plus Vanity's Emptiness, oh lord, that's just too nice. So let me know what you guys think. I think this deck is fucking super hype. It is so good to see Destiny Heroes actually back in action and combined with Destiny Draw. I really hope that this translates into the TCG. I'm not sure if it's going to translate as well because we don't have Shockmaster, we don't have Heavy Storm, and we don't have 2 Darkon Dragons, so that's another thing. It's like the deck is going to be a little different. Oh, well, we don't have this guy either. But, yeah, I do hope in some form or fashion it does translate into the TCG. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, as always.